So in today's session, we are going to discuss about a GlideRecordSecure API, guys. So GlideRecordSecure are server-side APIs. Okay, which are used to CRUD operations on tables. So which are used to do CRUD operations on tables. Okay, fine. Yesterday we understand create operation. How do we do create operation on tables? We were actually understanding read operation in our previous session, then update operation, then delete operation. Okay, we'll get started with the read operation again. We were actually reading all the user details. We were reading all the user details. Okay, we were reading all the user details using read operation. Okay, let me just go to the background script so that I can actually explain you better. We were able to do create operation. We were able to create the user record, user account using scripting. We were able to create the outage record using scripting. Okay. Now, in the previous session, we were able to read all the users. Okay. So in the user table, there is no condition. I am removing the condition here. Okay. I want to loop through each record. Then I have to use while loop. So while loop will iterate every record, guys. So gs.print gr.getValue name plus gr.getValue email. So every user name and email I am actually reading here. Every user name and email I am reading here. Okay. Okay. So every user name and email address I am able to read it. This is the name, this is the email address. This is the name, this is the email address. Likewise, I can read every user details. Okay, let us say I want to read. If I want to read only one specific user, I have to write the condition. Okay, gr.add query. Add query name field. With the name field, I am querying it. So with this name, with only this particular guy name record, I am actually reading. Only this guy record I am reading. You can see Jimmy and Jimmy email address. Okay. Well, I want to read only Uday Gadiparthi name. Uday. Only Uday Gadiparthi and his email address I am able to read it. So you can write as many add queries as you can, guys. You can write as many add queries as you can. Okay. Got it, right? If you have kept three conditions here, three conditions must be satisfied. When these three conditions are satisfied, you can only read that. So, guys, remember, I want to read the records whose name is starting with A. Name starts with A letter, and active must be true. Active must be true. And okay, and email address is not empty. Is not empty. These three conditions must be true. There are actually there are actually 45 records. We are able to read it. Okay, these three conditions you have kept here, right? Three conditions. Three conditions means three add queries. Three conditions means three add queries. Okay, name. I have to use extra operator here. Starts with name starts with A letter. Okay, active true. Active true. Email not is equal to comma empty. Okay, now you can see every user is starting, every username is starting with A and their email address. Okay, every user whose name is starting with A letter and their email address. So three conditions means three add queries. Instead of writing three add queries, what I can do, I can write one encoded query. Okay, you can run this one. So you will see a breadcrumb here, right click, add copy query, gr dot add active query. Instead of writing add encoded query. It also does the same thing. Instead of writing three conditions, you can use one encoded query. Okay, clear, right? Okay. Well, guys, here you have some more method, gr dot add active query. So add active query, what it does is that it will give you only active users. So how many active users are there? Active true. How many active users are there here? 708 active records are there. 708 active records are there. So this query will give you only active records. This query will give you only active records. So guys, gr dot get row count. This gr dot get row count will give you total number of records that are there with this query. With this condition, total number of records. Let me just run this one. So let me use gs.print here. You can see 708. Only active records it is able to show. It is showing only active records. Hmm? 708. Only active records it will read. Okay. Add active query will read only active records, guys. Add inactive query. Only inactive records. So in the user table, how many inactive records are there? So there are actually 12 inactive records are there. Add inactive query will give you only inactive records. Let me run this one. You can see 12 inactive records are there. So out of them, Hanumant is also an inactive record. Okay. Add null query. Add null query. So with email empty records. So email null means empty. Email empty records I want to read. Okay. Email empty records. How many email empty records are there? 44 are there. Let me execute this one. 44 email empty records are there. 44 email empty records are there. Okay. Email not empty records. Add not null query. Add not null query. Email not empty. So with email not empty, there are actually 676 records are there. There are 676 users where email is not empty. Hmm? 676 users. So add active query will actually give you only active users. Add inactive query will give you only inactive users. Add null query means only empty email empty records. So you can change any field value. So add null query name empty records. How many records are there with name empty? There are 0 records with name empty. Okay, there are how many records with location empty? Location empty, with location empty, there are 157 records with location empty. Okay. Guys, here I want to I want to read the users which are created recently. I want to read the user records which are created recently. So that means recent created 5 user accounts. We will see recent created 5 user accounts here. So recent created 5 user accounts. This one, this one is actually recently created. This one is also recently created. So these 5 are the recent created user accounts. Okay, these 5 are the recent created user accounts. So one is actually Priyanka, Rajesh, Harshita, Hanmant, and Hanu. Okay. So out of them, this Hanmant user account is actually inactive. First of all, I have to order by the created time. Order by descending order. Gr dot order by descending order created time. It will give you created time, guys. Sorry, it will actually order by with the latest created records. I want only 5 records, right? You can use gr dot set limit. Set limit, how many records you want? 5 records, right? Let me read it. You can see Hanuke is the latest created record. Hanumant is the second latest created record. This is third latest, fourth latest, and fifth latest created record. Okay. So if I use another condition here, dot gr dot add active query, Hanuman record will not be, you will not be able to see here because Hanuman is not an active user. Hanuman you are not able to see here because Hanuman is not an active user. Hanu, Harshita, Test, Rajesh and Priyanka. Okay. So latest 5 created records, I'm able to read it, right? Latest 5 created records, I'm able to read it. Okay, oldest 5 user records. Then you have to use only order by. Order by descending will give you latest created records. Order by will give you oldest created records. Oldest active records. Oldest 5 active records. So guest user is the first oldest created record. Okay, guest user is the first oldest created record. Then Fred Luddy. Then ITIL user, Rick and Don. These are the 5 oldest created records which are active. Okay, there are actually 3 conditions here, guys. One is active records, oldest created records, and only 5 records. So these conditions you should always apply before this query, guys. Okay, before this query, you should always apply these conditions. Okay, so clear, right? So guys, here when you are applying the condition, let us take gr.add query. In the add query, you can pass 3 parameters. One is field name. Okay, name, comma. Second one, operator equal to, comma. Third one, value, Uday Kishore Gadiparthi. Okay. So in the add query, you have to pass 3 parameters, guys. One is name, operator, value. So here also you can see this is field name, operator, value, field name, operator, value. In the add query, you have to pass three parameters. One is field name equal to operator and the value. Okay. In the add queries, you have to pass 3 parameters. Guys, here equal to means exact match. Not equal to means. So these are all the operators that we have here available in the service now. Equal to means exactly, name should be exactly Uday Kishore Gadiparthi. Except Uday Gadiparthi, show all the users. Except Uday Gadiparthi, show all the users. Name is not Uday Gadiparthi, Uday Kishore Gadiparthi. That means except Uday Gadiparthi, show all records. If you use equal to, only Uday Gadiparthi record will be shown. Okay. So name starts with is also an operator. Name starts with. Okay. Ends with. Ends with is also an operator. Okay. Contains. So what are the operators that you have here? These are actually operators. For every operator, you have a operator here in the script as well. You can see add query operators here. Operators available for filters and queries. Operators available for filters and queries, guys. Okay. Operators available for condition builders. Okay. So condition builder means this one, guys. This one is a condition builder. This is called condition builder. Okay. Here active is true and caller is empty. End operator. Okay. So that means here you have to use this end operator here. R operator. R operator also you are able to see here. This is R operator. R filter. R filter means here this one. This one is called all R filter. So here these are actually operators available for string fields. Operators available for string fields. So string fields, what are string type of fields in the form? So in our outage form, what are the string type of fields? Short description, description are string type of fields, right? For them, these are the operators that are available. Okay, starts with. I told you, right? Starts with is an operator. Okay. Ends with is an operator. Ends with is an operator. Okay. Like. Like is an operator. Not like is an operator. Not like is an operator. Okay. Equal to. We have used equal to. Not equal to. Is empty. Is not empty. Anything. Empty string. Less than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. Between. Same as. Uh, n same as. Okay. N same as. So operators available for reference fields. Operators available for reference fields. Equal to, not equal to, is empty, is not empty, starts with, ends with, like, not like, anything, same as, not same as, empty string, dynamic. Okay, these are the operators that are available. Operators available for choice type, choice fields containing strings. So these are the operators for choice fields. Okay, these are the operators. So the operators that are available for date type of fields. Daytime operators available for daytime fields. Okay, on today. Okay, not on today. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, between, date part. Okay, date part. This one also date part. This is also date part. Sorry. So these are the operators that are available for date time type of fields, guys. Okay. So operators available for Boolean fields. Boolean fields means checkbox type of fields. Okay. So guys, in the add query, you have to use three parameters. So that is actually one is actually field name, operator, and the value that you have to query. Okay. For reference type of field, you have different operators available. For daytime type of fields, you have different operators available. For choice type of fields, you have different type of operators available. For string type of field, you have different operators available. Okay. So that is how you will use add query here, guys. That is how you will read the records. Okay. So you are able to understand, right, how to read the data from the database. First of all, guys, if you don't have any condition, it will read all the records. If there is no add query here, if there is no add query here, it will query all the users. Okay, this while loop will loop through each record. Okay. So if you use condition, only with that condition, it will actually read the records. Okay. Guys, if there is one condition, if there is only one record, you can use if. If there are multiple records, you can use while here. If you are reading only one record, you can use if. If you are reading multiple records, then you have to use while loop here. While loop is used to iterate each record. So that is how you will read the records, guys. Hope you are able to understand about read operation. Okay. Now we will be able to understand about update operation. Guys, remember to read, to update, okay, we must query the database. To read, we have queried the database. To update also, we must query the database. Let us say, here in the users, okay, so I want to change the Priyanka email address here. So in the users, I want to change the Priyanka email address. Okay, I want to update the Priyanka email address. First of all, what I have to do, and let me just take the system ID of the Priyanka. Okay, system ID. I am querying with the system ID field. System ID equal to operator, and this is the system ID of the Priyanka. Now what I am doing is I am querying the Priyanka record from the user table. Okay, only one record I am querying it, right? Then I can use if condition here. So then here in the if condition, I am writing gr dot set value email comma priyanka@gmail.com. Gr dot update method I am using. Gr dot update method. This gr dot update method will actually update the Priyanka record. So let me just open the Priyanka record from here. You can see Priyanka email address is updated here. Uday Gadiparthi has changed this field value. Got it, right? So what I have done, I have read the record from the database first. And then I have actually updated the email field value with the priyanka@gmail.com. So I want to read the users whose email address is empty. Okay. Add null query. All those email address. So I am reading the users whose email address is empty. Add null query will will get you empty email records. So there are many records, right? I have to loop through each record while loop. So in the empty email fields, I am actually keeping uday@gmail.com. Okay. Now let me just go here. Empty email records I am actually querying here. Okay. Empty email records I am able to query here, right? In the empty email records, I want to populate it as uday@gmail.com. Total 44. You can see wherever the email is not found, in that you can see uday@gmail.com. Uday@gmail.com. Okay. Got it, right? So I am able to read the email empty users, and in the every user email I just kept as uday@gmail.com. Okay. Now I want to query location empty records. Okay. So I want to query all the users whose location is empty. So those locations I am actually adding as Manchester location. I'm actually adding it as Manchester location. Guys, remember this is very important. When you are updating the records, when you are updating the records, okay, using script in the background script, it will cause the other scripts running. Because of this script, the other scripts will be running. There are scripts like business rules. There are scripts like scheduled jobs. There are scripts like workflows. There are scripts like email scripts. Those will run. When you are updating these records, because of the script, the other scripts will run. To stop the other scripts running, we have to use gr dot set workflow false. Okay, gr dot set workflow false. So what exactly will happen? It will update the users with this Manchester location where location is empty. I'm actually reading the users whose location is empty, guys. I'm assigning those locations to Manchester location, but I'm stopping the other scripts running using set workflow false. Okay, I'm updating the record. I'm updating all the records. There are 157 users whose location is empty. I have assigned all of them with the Manchester location. You can see Manchester location, there are 157 members. 158 members. One member was already there. Okay. Now I am able to update the records using update method. If I don't use update method, it will not actually update the records, guys. Okay. So guys, when you are updating the records, the system fields like created by, updated by, these fields will be updated automatically. You can see updated time is populated here automatically here. Okay, 1 minute ago, 1 minute ago. If you want to stop the system fields to be updated, okay, if you want the system fields to be updated, okay, I am assigning it to Blathimore. Okay, I am assigning to this particular location. I am assigning all the Manchester location users to Blathimore location. So I don't want to stop, I don't want to update the system fields. Then gr dot auto sysfields false. Gr dot auto sysfields false. Okay. So gr dot auto sysfields will actually stop system fields to be updated. Okay, these are the system fields created by, updated by. These are system fields, right? These system fields won't be updated when I use auto sys fields false. You can see here this location. I changed the location to this particular location. Still you can see updated time is 3 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago it is showing. Ideally it should show just now, right? But it is not showing just now because system fields are not updated because of auto sys fields false. Okay. Guys, remember here system fields will not be in the system fields. You cannot enter the values. Created time you cannot actually select it. Updated time you cannot select it. Created person you cannot actually enter it. Created by person you cannot enter it. Okay. System fields will always be updated by system. Created time will be populated by system. Updated by person will be populated by system. Created by person name is populated by system. Updates is populated by system. These field values are populated by system. If you want to change the system field values, if you want to change the system field values, so here let us say this user record created person name, I want to change it as Hanu. Okay, this user record is created by admin, right? I want to change the created by person name as Hanu. Okay. Equal to Hanu system ID, I'm querying it, right? Hanu created by person name. Created by Hanu. Okay. gr dot set force update true. Set force update true. I'm just running this one. Okay. It has updated the user. Okay. Hanu user, right? Hanu user is created by Hanu user only. You can see created by person name. I changed it. Created. So here system field values, if you want to change it, guys, system fields will updated by always system. If you want to update the system fields, you have to use set force update true. Okay. Hanuman, look, can you hold your horses for some time? Hmm? So guys, here set force update is used to update the system fields forcibly. Guys, these system fields will updated by always system. This created time, created by person, updated by updated time, updates fields will be updated by system only. If you want to update those system fields forcibly, then you have to use set force update true. So when you are using set force update true, you need to make sure you are using these two lines, gr.setWorkflow false, gr.autosys fields false. Okay. So guys, we will be using these things when we are actually updating the records, guys. gr.setWorkflow false will stop the other scripts running. gr.autosys fields will stop the system fields to be updated. And gr.setForce update true will actually forcibly update the system fields. Okay. So that is how you will actually update the records, guys. That is how you will actually update the records. Okay. So if you want to update all the records, name all the records created name as Hanu, Okay. So then I am not using while loop. Without using while loop also I can do it. If you are not using while loop, you can use update multiple method here. Update multiple method. Guys, remember, if you are using while loop, you can use update method. If you are not using while loop, you can use update multiple method. I am changing all the users created name as admin. Sorry, all the users created name as Hanu. All the users created by name as Hanu. Okay, no conditions. After query, I did not use while loop to loop through each record. Okay, 720 users created by name is changed as 720 users created by name changed as Hanu. You can see here created by Hanu. I did not use while loop here because I am using update multiple method. If you are using while loop, you don't have to use update multiple here. So when you are using while loop, what you can do is you can just use update method and you can write while loop here. Okay. When you are using while loop, you can use gr.update. When you are not using while loop, you can use gr.update multiple. Okay. Right. So similarly, we have seen how to update the records. Now we will understand how to delete the records. Even for deleting the records, you have to read the records first. You have to query the records first. You have to query the records first. Let us take which user I want to delete. I want to delete uh, this Hanu user account. I want to delete. Take the system ID. Copy system ID. Okay. Gr dot add query system ID comma equal to operator comma this one. Okay. So only one record you are querying it, right? Then use if gr dot next gr dot delete record. Okay. So just use delete record method. It will delete the record. You can see it has deleted the user account. There is no Hanu user account now. Hanu user account is deleted now. You can recover it back from the deleted records, guys. From the deleted records, you can recover it back. That user account, you can see Hanu user account is deleted just now. You can, if you want, you can undelete this one. Undelete records. Now Hanu user account is back now. Okay. So let us say I want to delete the user accounts. Okay, I want to delete the user accounts whose name is starting with a Ram. I want to delete the user accounts whose name is starting with Ram. Okay. So these are the 4 user accounts that are starting with a Ram keyword. Okay. So name operator starts with. So here you have to use while loop. There are 4 records, right? To loop through each record, you have to use while loop, and every record you are going to delete parallelly. So here, instead of deleting it one by one, if you want to delete it all at a time, then you can use gr dot delete multiple. Sorry, guys. It will delete the 4 user accounts. It will delete the 4 user accounts. Is it deleting all user accounts or what? Only one user account is deleted. Only one user account is deleted. You can do this delete operation using GlideRecordSecure as well. You can do the update operation using GlideRecordSecure as well. As I mentioned already, GlideRecord and GlideRecordSecure both are used to do the CRUD operations. Okay, both are used to do the CRUD operations. But GlideRecordSecure by default checks the permissions. Okay, let us say I am trying to create the user account. It will check, do I have the permission to create the user account or not? Only if I have permission to create the record on the user table, GlideRecordSecure will allow me to create the record. If I don't have permission, GlideRecordSecure will not allow me to create the user account in the user table because I don't have permission. GlideRecord will not check the permission by default. GlideRecord will not check the permission by default. Okay. So even though you don't have permission to create the user account on the user table, GlideRecord will not check the permission. It will allow you to create the record. Okay. So even if you have permission, if you doesn't have permission, GlideRecord will not check the permissions. When it comes to the GlideRecordSecure will check the permissions first. If you have permission to create the user account in the user table or not, only then it will allow you to create the record. So if you are trying to update the record, do you have update permission on the user table to update the user account or not? It will check the permission. If you have the permission, only then it will allow you to update the record. Okay, GlideRecordSecure will check the permissions. GlideRecord by default will not check the permission. So using GlideRecord, if you want to check the permissions, you can use if gr dot can delete. So using GlideRecord, you have to explicitly check the permissions. Using GlideRecord, you have to explicitly check the permissions. But GlideRecordSecure by default will check the permissions. Okay, before deleting, I am checking the person who is trying to delete have delete permission or not. Gr dot can delete. The person who is trying to delete the record, the person has delete permission or not. I am explicitly checking using GlideRecord. Suppose if I am using GlideRecordSecure, I don't have to write this line. I don't have to write this line. GlideRecordSecure by default check the permission. GlideRecord will not by default check the permission. Using GlideRecord, you have to check the permissions explicitly, separately. Okay. If you are trying to create the record using, you will use gr.insert in the end, right? Gr.insert in the end to create the record, right? So before creating it, you will write a condition. If gr dot can create. So the person who is trying to create the record using GlideRecord, he has create permission or not. I am checking separately here. So can create, can update, can read, can delete. Okay, you can use these methods to check the permissions explicitly using glide record. Can create, can update, can delete, can read. Okay. So this is all actually about glide record and glide record secure, guys. Okay. Now I will allow you to ask the questions.